Hey, this is Jeff Rose, soldieroffinance.com. Welcome to another one of my video series. Today's topic or today's title is I Can Afford the Payment, So What? This was an encounter I had near the beginning of my career, and this was a gentleman who had came across some money and had came in the office and was looking to invest it. And when we were meeting, used my typical routine, yes, we're going to invest these funds, but we also want to take a look at whatever else he has going on as far as his 401k, IRAs, college savings plan for the kids, make sure he's got the right emergency fund, et cetera, et cetera. And when I started this conversation with him, I quickly found out that he had very little in his savings and retirement. He was, I want to say in his mid-40s at the time, had a 401k that the 401k balance was roughly about $4,500. And like I said, there was no other IRAs, there were no other college savings accounts, had little to do in his savings accounts, at his bank. So obviously this caused a red flag, caused a concern. So we just started talking about, hey, what's going on? Why haven't we saved that much? What I hadn't mentioned yet as well is that his 401k had a very, very, very handsome match. I think they matched like dollar for dollar up to like 7 or 8% or so. So, and he obviously was not even close to that. I think he was putting in like 1% or 2%. So just through the conversation, I learned to find that this gentleman who had little in savings had a lot of payments. And what I mean was he had his typical mortgage payment. He had 2 car payments for him and his wife. He had a boat payment. He also had a payment on his four-wheeler. And I want to say there was something else. But he kept going down these lists of all these different payments that he had. And it just really amazed me. So I'm like, hey, what's going on here? You got all this stuff, like all these payments going on. I mean, do you realize how much you have going out versus how much you could be putting towards retirement? And this is kind of where my jaw kind of was left open. But what he told me was that his belief was, so as long as he could afford the payment, that he was in good shape, that he was in good financial shape because he could make his payment each month. So anyway, that just completely amazed me. And so I kind of asked him about it. I'm like, I go, well, okay, you can make the payment, but what if you could pay cash? What if you could actually buy that boat or buy that four-wheeler and pay cash and be done with it? Wouldn't that put you like in a little bit better financial control than being able to afford the payment? And when I said that, it was like I was talking to a deer in headlights. There was just like nobody was home, and he wasn't having it. And basically that's when I realized that conversation was going nowhere. And so it made me wonder, like how many people out there think that if they can afford that minimum payment on whatever it may be, whether it is a boat or four-wheeler or a car or your credit card or a department store card or whatever that is, if you think you can afford the payment, I mean, you're kidding yourself. You're not in financial control. Your debtors are in control of you. So you need to wake up and realize it's not about affording the payment. So when it comes to somebody that thinks that they're in good financial shape, and if you think that, hey, that you can afford the payment, I say, so what? This is Jeff Rose, soldieroffinance.com.